Welcome to Positive Energy with Crystals. My name's Hillary, and today I'm going to do a crystal grid. Now, I said before that I wasn't going to do one until we had a house because being in the camper, it's just so hard to find a spot to put a crystal grid because it needs to be in a spot where it's not going to get bumped and all that. So I kind of said then that I was probably going to wait to do any more, but we need a crystal grid. So the three of us, myself, my husband, and my dog, it seems like we've been to the doctor, all three of us, a lot lately. And just some of the weirdest things and some of the stuff that just seems to hang on and it's annoying. So I decided we needed this because it's just, we need to get this. Okay, one example is I am mid-40s and I had my very first ear infection ever. That's just crazy to me, and it hung on and it was annoying. And we need to take care of stuff like that. So I think my biggest thing was trying to figure out where to put it. I think I have it figured out. So, small space. It's pretty much, it's gonna get bumped. There's no getting around that. But, I think I found a good spot. There's a cabinet up in the bedroom area that I think it won't get bumped as much. I would like it if it was out so that I could see it, but there's just nowhere to put it where it could be visible. There's just no way. It's not gonna happen. So now my dog isn't in that space as much, especially since it's hot. She doesn't want to be anywhere near body heat. She wants to be nice and cool on her couch in front of a fan. But I think it'll still be okay. Intention is going to be very, very important for this crystal grid because it's going to need to, we're really going to focus on intention to help it work. So this crystal grid is one that my husband made for me. I made several had him make several crystal grids on the laser, and I tried selling them. Nobody seems to be interested in them, so I just have a whole bunch of crystal grids that I'm using now. And this one he made special for me, and I think it's going to be the perfect size. It's smaller. I don't have any of the others close by, or I grab them. It's smaller, and another thing is it has a personal connection for us. It's he made it when I was giving him the other stuff to do. So he made it for me. So it's a connection to our little family here. Okay, so if you watched my crystal grid series where I took you along the process of learning crystal grids again, there were a lot of rules that I was trying to follow, and I was getting frustrated. And before, when I've tried to do crystal grids before, it was the same thing. I get super frustrated. And when I was coming up with this crystal grid and deciding that we needed this crystal grid, I decided to throw out all the rules. Now, one thing is, I mentioned in those videos that symmetry was important. In this one, we're not doing any symmetry whatsoever. There's one, you'll see there's one of each crystal. Well, now I see that there's two that are similar. Anyway, I don't think this, let me see, I don't think the symmetry is as important as I originally thought symmetry was important. We'll definitely find out in this one because there's, like I said, there's well, that one's not going to be on the grid, and then these two are very similar. This one is actually a type of this one. We'll get to that in here in a minute. But the main important thing is intention, of course. So now, doing other crystal grids, like I've mentioned before, that I like to be a little symmetrical usually. Like usually I would have 2 bloodstone, 2 goldstone, 2 lapis, 2 amethyst. So when I buy tumbled pieces now, I try to buy them in pairs so that if I do want to put them on a crystal grid, I can. But I don't think it's the most important thing anymore. I think definitely the most important thing is in the intention of your crystal grid. And helping you do that, I don't always think that you have to write it down, but I want it because this is going to be put in the cabinet, so it's sort of going to be forgotten about. I want to put as much intention into the crystals, the grid, everything as I can. So when I put it in the cabinet, I'm going to put a piece of paper down with what I want this crystal grid to do. And then I'll put the crystal grid down, and then I'll put the crystals on top of it. And then I'll activate it. And then I need to remember, because it's going to be in a cabinet, I need to check on it once in a while just to make sure that nothing's bumped or out of the way. And probably because it is in a cabinet, I should go in and activate it. And this is my favorite crystal. It's just a clear quartz crystal point. I love this. It just feels good for going in and activating. I know, it just feels good, and it feels like it's doing the activating. So I'm going to go through. I got my little sticky note with what crystals I'm putting on here and why. And so I'm going to go through that and kind of figure it out here in the daylight under my light. And then I'm going to go, I'm not going to show putting it in. You wouldn't be able to see any, and there's no way I can do this and hold a camera, and it just wouldn't work. So just know that once I put it here, I'm just going to go put it in the cabinet. And then I'll activate it in the cabinet. So this crystal grid is for the health that our health improves. We start seeing improvements. We stay healthy. Oops, I dropped my phone. Scared me. We continue in the right direction. I usually like to put a clear quartz point or generator in the center of my crystal grids anyway. Clear quartz is just a good overall general crystal. It can be programmed really easy. It can be substituted for most crystals. So I like having it in the center. So that'll be our center crystals, the clear quartz. Also, clear quartz is a universal healer, so I thought that was a good one anyway. So goldstone is good for skin irritations, especially stemming from food allergies. And that's the biggest thing my dog is dealing with. We've been dealing with it since November. She's a white American bulldog, so if you don't know, American bulldogs have skin issues a lot. Plus, being a white dog, which we didn't know that, they have a lot of allergy and skin issues too. So we're gonna give her some goldstone to help her out. We'll put it right there. Let's see. Hematoid quartz. It is good for kidneys, and it helps treat blood disorders. And we need help with both of those. Let's try that over here. Bloodstone helps with circulation, detox blood-related organs. So I'm going to put that one over here. I want to put it with the red side up, though. Next, let's do amethyst. Amethyst helps with breathing problems like asthma and stuff like that. Put that one over there. lapis lazuli. So it's good for, it helps boost immune system, but it's also good for, I really like it for communication, and with dealing with so many health problems and seeing so many doctors and the vet and everything. I thought having good communication while in appointments and all that, that was a good idea too. So lapis is for boost immune system, but also help us communicate with all the doctors. Let's see, let's put that one over here. Oh, look at that. If we put the other one, oh, that's gonna be perfect. Okay, anyway, Auralite 23. It's a type of amethyst, so technically it is, there's already amethyst on here, but Auralite 23, it's a mix of 23 different minerals, and it is also a master healer. And I thought, since I have to have it so small crystal grid, I want to get as much benefit out of it as I can. So you'll see I could add a few more if I want to, but I kind of like it the way it is now. Plus, when I go to activate it, it'll be kind of easy because it'll pretty much follow along the, I think that'll be really good. So I'm going to go set this up in my cabinet and hopefully check in with it in, I don't know when, 6 months or so, and I'll let you know if it worked or not. Hopefully it did work. And when I do my update, hopefully I have good news. So that's it for right now. I'm going to go put this away and see if I can record one more video today. I will see you next time.